I'm here with Dr. Kevin Keane, who just finished his dressage test here on Fernhill Flutter. Really nice test. You must be very pleased with that.
I really am. It improved on last year's score by about 8 points. I think I got a 59, maybe a 59.6 or 8. So the improvement in a year, I'm very pleased, and I'm very proud of my horse because on the Friday afternoon, as you know, there's tremendous tension in the arena because the stands are full, and the horse before you, Will Fadres, must have gone beautifully. They were all clapping when I went into the ring, and so to contain your horse and to have him, hold his patience together for the length of the test, I was very proud of him. Yeah, thank you.
And this is not your full-time job. So many riders here, they ride all day, every day, but you are actually an adult amateur. You're a full-time veterinarian. How do you ever make the time?
Well, that's the most perfect question you could ask, because I tell people all the time, riding at the advanced level and now in a 4-star, as he did compete here last year, so he is a 4-star horse. The biggest challenge is for me to find the time every day to ride. This is the hardest challenge. So I'm a firm believer in anything you want to do badly enough that you put your mind to it, you can accomplish this. So I've kind of constructed my life in a way that I now live close to the barn, where my trainer Philip and his whole staff, his wife and his incredible staff of people at True Prospect Farm help me. And so, that saying, it takes a village, is really what comes to mind here, and that so many people are behind me and help me. And that's what allows me to have the kind of time in my day to get the hour and 15 minutes of training in.
Is there anything about being a veterinarian that you think benefits you as a rider in any way?
Oh, tremendously. I started eventing when I was about 38 or 39 years old. I had already ridden before that, so I knew how to ride. And then when Philip moved to the United States, he somewhat convinced me to do it. And I had already been a sports medicine veterinarian at that point for, about 15 years. And so basically your knowledge about physiology, understanding of soundness, and, wind problems in horses really help you, one, advise your clients, and then advise yourself to understand where you are in the level of training with your horse. All horses go under stress and strain when they train. So knowing when to back off is very helpful. This is what prevents injury. And so that's been a great benefit. And I also think the biggest part, which I tell many of my clients, is that for me to learn to ride, which has been quite a challenge, has helped me be able to help them understand when they have a worry or complaint about their horse's soundness, or a complaint about stiffness in the horse. And so it's helped me understand what they are trying to explain.
All right, well, you've played the role of veterinarian, of rider, and now you're also playing the role of an owner for another rider. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, I have the great privilege of really being invited by Philip and Evie Dutton to be a part owner, along with several other friends of ours, in the magnificent Mighty Nice, who is owned by our now late friend Bruce Duchessois, who is a tremendous friend and supporter of the Duttons and so many people in the equestrian community in many, many disciplines. And so Mighty Nice is now jointly owned by several of us that are friends and clients of the Duttons and Philip and Evie. And so it's very exciting because we have a lot of hope for the future for this horse. And I don't think he's an easy horse, but Philip rides him beautifully. And so we're excited to see the outcome this weekend.
Quite an honor to follow as an owner for Mr. Duchessois. That's definitely an honor. And Dr. Keane, we also had some Rolex fans write in with some questions. Don't worry, they're not too scary. Okay, question number 1. How long have you been working with this horse to get here?
Okay, I bought him when he was 8 years old. He's 13, but I've owned him for less than 5 years. I got him in the middle of the summer. So I've had him for about 4 3/4 years. He had done the young event horse classes at the Dublin Horse Show, and then I found him in England from my friend Carol G., who owns Fernhill Sport Horses, and she's here to be a wonderful supporter of so many horses that she's, exported from Ireland and over here, and we have several of them at our barn. And she found the horse for me, and I brought him over here, and I was very content to stay at a maybe preliminary for quite a while, and then Philip said, no, you're going intermediate. Then I was very content to stay there, and he says, no, you're going advanced. And now, here we are, Rolex last year, and, God willing, we complete this year.
All right, next question. How many times do you ride your horse the morning of your dressage test?
Oh boy, that's quite a question for me because he's not a terribly quiet horse, and so I rode him once this morning. Although when he is here at a big event, I might take him for a hack for one part of the day and then maybe a structured ride doing some flat work another part of the day. So I would generally ride him twice a day at a big event like this, although I rode him 3 times yesterday.
And the last question is, did you ever believe that you would make it to this point, and was Rolex always kind of a dream of yours?
It's so poignant that you would ask that because it's actually become comical. I have been a veterinarian here for 22 years now, coming and working, helping my friends and clients, and being a volunteer veterinarian because it takes many volunteers. And if I have a moment to thank the thousands of people that are here volunteering to make this event work today and this weekend. But about 6 years ago, I was here working with my coach and friend, Philip, and I said, Philip, I would just love the opportunity to ride around there once in my life. And if you know Philip, he's a man of few words, but each word means something. He says, okay, well then we need to find you a horse. Next moment, I had Fernhill Flutter, and then now here we are.
And not just once, but twice, and maybe a few more times, hopefully. And Kevin, congratulations on your ride today. Absolutely beautiful. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Caroline.